need the support of the Irish community in Britain and America and Australia, New Zealand. We need influence from Europe. And this is now just the start of what will be a very, very, very broad debate. And you're going to see...
History has shown us that there's been a massive cost to partition. So not only in a monetary sense, but also in a social capacity. And being in the London Irish Centre, I don't need to tell people here about that social cost of partition. But we've seen that partition hasn't worked. That partition has not only divided our island, but also our people. It's created two conservative states and two economies.
But the debate is now up and out and in the open. And there's a clear strategy emerging about how we can bring about the reunification of our country democratically, peacefully, and with a huge amount of dialogue with the unionist community. And that's the thrust of it.
Certainly the feedback we're getting from the national election is a real momentum, and Brexit has kind of been the catalyst for that. It's brought the argument to the forefront. Leaving in Micheál Martin, he did pull back on it afterwards. He had actually, I'd never heard him mention before, talked about United Ireland. Problems, because people have to get out of that mindset that it's us and them. We're all together in this, and sooner people realise that and actually sit down and talk. And as part of that reconciliation process that I was involved in, people, I spoke to loyalists at combat and said, you can sit down and talk to them. There's an understanding that it was of its time. Basically, we're talking about a whole new concept. We're talking about a different Ireland, basically. And I suppose the purpose of these meetings is to try and get some feedback from the Irish diaspora and from people like yourselves.
So Féin been involved in. So we don't want to join. We're talking about a new concept. We're talking about a new Ireland. We're talking about an Ireland of equals, and it's really the implementation. And I know Jeff has said on many occasions, 1916 is unfinished business, and it very much is unfinished business. What we're actually talking about is implementation of proclamation, which is as relevant now as it was in 1916. We're talking about an Ireland of equals. We're talking about an Ireland that cherishes the children of the nation, and is arguing in a common sense way. And as far as reunification goes, there's been many economic analysis, and most recently there was one done in Vancouver University by a German professor. He actually came in here about 2 months ago. And and it's not about the politics at all, it's purely and simply about the economics. And within the first 8 years of reunification, he is saying that it would generate 35 billion euros to GDP in an All-Ireland context.
That the Brexit has thrown up the whole issue of Irish unity more clearly than at any time in the past. 30 years ago, there was very little talk, except from Republicans, about Irish unity. Now we actually have Fine Gael, Fianna Fáil, even the Irish Independent is actually talking about the future of a united Ireland. And I think of Nelson Mandela, whenever he was trying to create the new government, and people were saying, well, we can't have the former apartheid regime as part of it. And they say, well, they imprisoned me for 25 years, and I was prepared to sit down and talk to them, prepared to form a government and to bring them into it. So you can do it. The ordinary people who maybe didn't suffer from it. And Martin McGuinness, to some extent, done the same, because having went through all of the issues around conflict, imprisonment, and basically on the run, that he was prepared actually to make those compromises and try and reach out and bring people on board. So, in a legacy of that, we want to finish the struggle. We want nearly every family has some connections with Scotland and the Irish community within Scotland. So we want to create that the Barons, and what we're trying to do in these discussions is, what can you do? What's your thinking about what Irish unity is the main plank of what we stand for. We want an end to partition, we want an end to British occupation in the north, and we want our country back and want control of our own country. And we believe that whenever that's done, that then Ireland can build a new Ireland, a different Ireland to what maybe is there at the moment in the 26 counties, and a different Ireland for the future. And that's why we want the participation of everyone within that. And that includes the unionist community, the nationalists, the different political parties, coming together with one forum to actually discuss how we move forward in Irish unity. And sometimes when you see protests and that, you think, well, that's an impossible situation. But it's not, because you know, we have been doing these type of meetings, and we're finding that the discussion is opening up and widening. And there's no doubt that the state of politics at the present time is in flux. Everything's up for change, and every debate is valid. And everybody's opinion within that debate is also valid. Because we need to everybody rising. We now need Irish unity. We can't afford not to have Irish unity. Okay, thank you.